Kapitel 1 Der Held und die Prinzessin.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wir nehmen jetzt mal... Kriege ich dann eine Belohnung dafür?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Aha. Wir gehen jetzt einfach.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wir gehen rein.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Wir nehmen diesmal die Klinge mit.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Ja. Und betreten den Keller.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs. She sounds dangerous.
Ich wollte es nicht wegklicken.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Wir gehen einfach runter.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Ja, ich glaube schon. Was? Niemals. Wie kommst du denn darauf? Ja, stimmt, du hast mich erwischt. Ich bin hier, um dich zu erschlagen. Nee, gar nicht. Ich habe mich noch nicht entschieden. Ich bin nur hier, um zu reden. Zwing dich, ruhig zu bleiben und tritt vor. Wir nehmen das.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Ich weiß nicht.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Sie droht mir. Kann das sein?
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Was, wenn sie nicht blufft? Was, wenn sie uns wirklich umbringt? Bist du sicher, dass sie unbewaffnet ist? Tut mir leid, können wir einfach reden? Ich werde die Klinge nicht fallen lassen. Lass die Klinge fallen. Erschlage die Brille. Wir machen einfach mal das. Wir sind jetzt mal ganz anders.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh.
Ja. Oh.
This is it, isn't it?
Scheint so.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Ich dachte schon.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Keine Ahnung. Sag du es mir? Natürlich ist es vorbei, sie ist tot. Da wäre ich mir nicht so sicher. Bestimmt hat sie noch ein Ass im Ärmel. Nein, natürlich nicht. Das war zu einfach. Wir nehmen das.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Oh.
I really don't think you should do that.
Ich glaube, das sollten wir wirklich nicht tun.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Wir verschwinden einfach von hier.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Da bin ich gespannt.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Geht.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Na toll.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Witzig, er hat doch gesagt, wenn wir sie nicht töten, geht die Welt unter. Scheinbar ist das andersrum.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Moment mal, ist das meine Belohnung? Das ist ja super, vielen Dank. Soll das etwa meine Belohnung sein? Willst du mich verarschen? Was soll der Mist? Lass mich hier raus. Oh, na gut. Dafür, dass ich die Welt gerettet habe, dachte ich, ich bekomme ein besseres Ende. Ja, wir nehmen das.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past.
Ah ja.
No. This is the beginning of eternity.
Na toll.
Your reward.
Na toll.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Nee. Nie wieder.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Hä?
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hatte ich nicht vor. Hast du den Erzähler nicht gehört? Ich bin glücklich. Wir sind glücklich. Auf keinen Fall. Hast du eine Idee, wie wir hier entkommen? Doch, natürlich. Mir gefällt es hier. Hast du eine Idee, wie wir hier entkommen?
But you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Mhm.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Das ist kein
Do you
wundervoller
not?
Ort.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wenn wir die Klinge benutzen würden, würde uns das nicht, du weißt schon, umbringen? Wären wir dann nicht tot? Mir ist alles recht, solange wir aus dieser Hölle rauskommen. Du hast recht, die Idee gefällt mir wirklich nicht. Ich bleibe hier und tue nichts, zumindest noch eine Weile. Nee, wir machen das hier.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Ho, ho.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Mhm.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Na guck.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Das ging flott.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Sag mal. Kapitel 2. Der Geist.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, du Mistkerl, jetzt kannst du dich auf was gefasst machen. Ich kenne all deine Tricks. Ich glaube, ich habe gerade ein schreckliches Déjà-vu. Moment, das ist nicht alles schon mal passiert. Bla 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 bla.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Nope.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine.
Oh, der Gleichgültige.
It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Nehmen wir mal, wir gehen zur Hütte.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
She won't be a problem.
Okay. Wir gehen weiter.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Stimmt. Wir nehmen die Klinge.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Betritt den Keller.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here, naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of the head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Ist das so?
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Beunruhigend.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Ich glaube, das geht nicht. Erschlage die Prinzessin. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wir versuchen's.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Aber wenn ich ihr nichts tun kann, kann sie mir auch nichts tun, richtig? Ja.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
Okay.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finished the job, or what?
Ich habe keine Ahnung. Wenn ich gewusst hätte, dass ich nochmal mit dir reden müsste, hätte ich dich nicht erschlagen. Ich bin auch gestorben und ich schwebe hier nicht so herum wie du. Was ist passiert? Wieso bin ich anders? Wieso bist du anders? Hör auf, das Opfer zu geben. Du hast mich letztes Mal bedroht. Natürlich habe ich dich angegriffen. Angeblich sollst du die Welt zerstören. Deshalb habe ich dich letztes Mal auch getötet. Du bist tot oder zumindest größtenteils. Was könntest du überhaupt tun, um mich zu verletzen? Was willst du von mir? Okay, Leute, mir gefällt nichts mehr ein. Ideen? Erschlage die Prinzessin aber energischer. Na gut. Wenn ich dich eh nicht verletzen kann, hat sich meine Aufgabe hier ja wohl erledigt. Ich gehe dann mal. Du hast mich beim letzten Mal bedroht.
So, that's where the hostility comes from. I don't know where you got that idea.
Und wolltest du, dass die Welt ihr Ende findet, würdest du sie zerstören, wenn du könntest? Willst du die Welt zerstören, ja oder nein?
I already gave you my answer. All I want to do is leave. All I want to do is stop feeling trapped. I couldn't give a damn about the world. I can't even remember what it's like.
I think that's all the answer we're gonna get out of her.
Wahrscheinlich. Dann belassen wir es dabei. Ich bin auch gestorben und ich schwebe hier nicht so herum wie du.
You don't look dead, Killer.
Ja, ich bin aber tot.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all,
oh Gott. Ich schulde gar nichts.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead
Das ist eine interessante Idee.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Und was, wenn ich Nein sage? Das wäre nur vorübergehend, oder? Du gehst wieder, sobald wir die Hütte verlassen haben. Wenn ich dich reinlasse, habe ich dann noch immer noch die Kontrolle? Klingt super. Tu es. Wir machen einfach, ja, machen wir.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Thanks for the body, killer.
Gerne. Nimm, was du brauchst.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Scheißegal.
See you soon.
Boah, ist die ekelhaft. Oh Gott.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Ouch.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Und du stirbst.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Also.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
Hä? Was für Glasscherben?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
Ja.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there, like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
Tatsächlich.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Ja, wie auch.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Sie ist ja in uns.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone. Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
Aber kommt immer wieder.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Ich kann nicht klar denken, es ist zu laut. Verlasse den Keller.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
Richtig.
I do. Wait, If she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Keine Ahnung.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
Gute Frage.
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong.
Okay.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Stapfe vorwärts.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally! Finally!
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Richtig. Öffne die Tür.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
Die war ja vorher schon nicht mehr da.
We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
All right. Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
Du spürst eine Leichtigkeit in deiner Brust, als ein paar eingesunkene Augen aus deinem Körper schweben und dich anstarren.
Guess not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Okay. Und wieder wird sie abgeholt. Du schaffst es nicht zu antworten und das wirst du auch nie. Es ist Zeit zu gehen. Deine Erinnerungen kehren zurück.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nein,
Is
nein.
that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Weil... Alles wird gut. Vertraut mir einfach. Wir waren schon mal hier und ihr habt jedes Mal Angst vor dem
But it
Spiegel.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You don't
Nein.
need to comfort him.
Das ist das Ende für euch, aber nicht für mich. Das ist nicht das Ende. Auf der anderen Seite wartet etwas Schönes auf uns.
Okay. If you say so. Whatever makes you happy.
Danke. Nähere dich dem Spiegel. Du näherst dich dem Spiegel. Betrachte dein Spiegelbild. Es ist totenstill, als du deine Hand ausstreckst. Wieder einmal sind sie fort. Der Spiegel lässt sie verschwinden, aber du musst sehen, was in ihm ist. Du löst dich auf. Du befindest dich wieder in der langen Stille. Geh weiter zur Hütte. Du stehst vor der Hütte. Nähere dich ihr.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Mm-mm. Ist das eine rhetorische Frage? Weißt du es? Möchtest du es mir sagen?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Nicht wirklich. Da draußen gibt es Bäume und Sterne und ich glaube, es leben dort auch Menschen. Zumindest sollte es so sein.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Glaubst du, dass irgendwas da draußen real ist? Glaubst du, wir sind real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Was hältst du von diesem Gefäß?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart.
Mhm.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Weißt du, was passieren wird, wenn du erwachst?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Stimmt auch wieder. Wenn du mich zurückschickst, bin ich nicht allein. Ich höre Stimmen, die mit mir reden. Ein paar gehören mir, aber einer ist anders. Ich nenne ihn den Erzähler und er will, dass ich dich töte. Hast du auch einen Erzähler? Hatten die Gefäße einen?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Ich habe keine Ahnung, wo er lebt. In meinem Kopf scheinbar. Ja, ich weiß nicht warum, aber ich bin mir ganz sicher. Ja, ich weiß nur nicht, was ich mit ihm mache, wenn ich ihn finde. Ja, und wenn ich ihn finde, dann bekommen wir endlich unsere Antworten. Ja. Und wenn ich ihn finde, werde ich ihn töten. Ja, aber behalte das für dich. Wir werden ihn töten, denke
If
ich.
he drives you towards my destruction, then he is steeped in delusion, for he does not know me. Just as I hold compassion for you, and you hold compassion for me, you can hold compassion for those who have wronged you.
Okay. Ich bin bereit, zurückzukehren. Denke ich. Oder? Was sagt sie jetzt?
1.
1.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
Ein
Final
Gefäß.
multitude.
Okay, krass. Ein Gefäß noch. Wünschst du dir als letztes Geschenk ein bestimmtes Gefäß?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Mhm. Nur noch ein Gefäß, dann bist du vollkommen. Wenn das so ist, dann gehe ich nicht zurück. Ich bleibe einfach hier. Hä? Warum sollten wir das machen? Wir gehen zurück.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. Dann bis bald oder so. Alles wird schwarz und du stirbst.